This is for the World Championship. In the ring, in the black trunks, you see the beast on his tights, Dan Severn. 250 out of Coldwater, Michigan. We could spend the entire match talking about this man's credentials. Ultimate Fighting Champion, first degree black belt, combat sambo, and so on and so forth. But he is the champion. The challenger in the red tights, it's the Red Dog. The Red Dog, Rodney Begnaud is his name. He likes to be called the Red Dog. He's 280. He's out of the dog pound. Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Dog is the Texas heavyweight champion and a top contender for the world title. Tonight is his night. He gets his shot at the World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 60-minute time limit. Rick Manning is the referee. And we start off with some, as you would expect, kind of some go-behinds, takedowns, a little almost amateur-style wrestling. Now, not to sell short the credentials of the Red Dog, ladies and gentlemen. The Red Dog is an NCAA wrestling, I believe he was a top contender or a top finisher for the NCAA championship out of University of Tennessee, the Red Dog, whereas Severn, coming out of Arizona State University, as the Red Dog, taking down Dan the Beast Severn. But the Red Dog's got his credentials too, like I say. The Red Dog, you know, an amateur wrestler out of Tennessee, has been trained by Rod Price, the former California stud, the former NWA Texas champion, now wrestling in Extreme Championship Wrestling. Trained by Rod Price. The Red Dog, his valet, Jasmine, or his former valet, I shall say, she's also moved on to Extreme Championship Wrestling. I guess they like to pick off NWA Southwest talent, and I don't blame them. Definitely comes from a good background. The nephew of the late, great Junkyard Dog, as a matter of fact. Something not a lot of fans know. So, as the Red Dog had said earlier in an interview, I don't know whether you caught it or not, but, you know, the Dog's looking down on him on this one. The JYD and the Red Dog's going all out in his first chance at the world title. And I tell you what, fans, the only federation that's going to bring world title matches to Fort Worth, NWA Southwest. If you want a piece of the action, if you want to see stars like Dan Severn, stars like the Red Dog, stars like announcer Johnny T, who's not afraid of shameless self-promotion, that's me, thank you very much. Come on down. We're right off 820, Highway 26 in North Richland Hills, right behind Hooters. We're here every Friday night. Severn mocking the Red Dog. Mocking the Red Dog's little chant. Drop toe hold takedown by Dan Severn into a grapevine leg lock. Red Dog reaching for the ropes in this one. Severn grabs him by the forehead. Kind of a form of an STF, but not quite, because usually they grab under the chin. Severn, so brutal crossface by saying another brutal crossface by Severn as he hammers the Red Dog. And you know, the Red Dog had to feel the pressure go.
Oh no, we better be hauling. No, we need to be calling. Hauling Glass, they're friends of mine. They'll be here fast at 228-5942.
They'd better be. Dad's home in an hour.
See, I told you they were fast. We still got 15 minutes. Go long. You know, if your brakes won't stop you, or if your muffler's too loud, or if you just need something checked out, you need to go see my buddies down at Mufflers, Brakes, and More, 1400 Dickerson Road, 226-3930. Ask for my buddy Robert. No muffler too tough. Quality work done right the first time.
First United is offering a video called Power, Performance, and Possibilities on Investing, and it's free to qualified investors just by calling us at the number displayed. For example, because of overproduction and weak Asian markets, gasoline future prices have been historically low this year, but everyone knows that can't last forever. The question is, where do we go from here? You need to call First United at the number displayed to find out the answers. We'll show you how to utilize leverage through the use of futures and options contracts. If gasoline future prices move up sharply, profits can be made in this market. Of course, with futures and options trading, there's also a real risk of loss as well. But you need to call the number displayed to find out the whole story. We'll send you free the charts, graphs, account documents, everything you need to make an informed decision. Call the number displayed right now, and we'll send you absolutely free a valuable videotape on trading opportunities. Take the initiative. The call is free. Call the number displayed for your free investment package to get the real story.
The Red Dog had to feel the pressure going into this match. I mean, Dan Severn, he was on the Olympic wrestling team in 1984 and 1988. He is the holder of 90, count them, 90 state, national, international records titles for Greco-Roman, freestyle, Sambo, judo, and my God, the guy's, like I said, we could talk about his credentials the whole match, but I think what's important is he's just one tough competitor, taking nothing away from the Red Dog. I tell you what, I think 85% of the people in this arena want to see the Red Dog walk away with this NWA gold that's sitting right in front of me. You're going to see a lot of submission-style wrestling from Dan Severn. Dan Severn is a submission expert. Whether it be the armbar submissions, whether it be the choke submissions, whether it be the leg lock submissions, I could go on, and maybe I will. Whether it be the elbow submissions, the back submissions, the forehead submissions, the chin submissions. Well, anyways, you get the point. The point being, Dan Severn is a submission expert. And, and he grapevines into kind of a double chicken wing into the Red Dog. Dan Severn continuing to wear down the Red Dog. Definitely Severn trying for a submission here. And he's got the Red Dog just wrapped up from the get-go here in this bout for the NWA World title. Severn getting back to a more traditional professional wrestling style with a splash into the ropes. And he throws the dog in. And the Red Dog, belly-to-belly suplex on Severn. All right, Red Dog. Red Dog makes his move. 5 minutes expired in the time limit. 55 minutes remain in the time limit. And we're 5 minutes in. This is a 60-minute time limit. If it goes to a draw, Dan Severn holds on to his belt. And the corresponding championship, of course, two count. Red Dog, my God, that was so close. And Severn is, look at Severn reeling. The headbutts by the Red Dog. I don't know that Dan Severn has seen a challenger like the Red Dog before. Severn out on the floor. The fans chanting for a Red Dog. My gosh, the chance of a lifetime for the Red Dog. Not to say, now, I mean, no matter what happens here, Dan Severn is going to have plenty of shots at the world title in his career. Rodney Begnaud, the Red Dog, is going to have plenty of shots at world titles in his career. Both young men, both just starting out in the sport. Well, I guess, you know, Severn at 40, maybe not the youngest man, but, you know, I mean, Severn does not look his age. I mean, Dan Severn is a very, very tough man, and he's got so much experience. Begnaud the younger man, you know, a heck of a career.
If you're ready for your own home and money is tight, you're probably asking yourself questions like, what kind of home can we get without a huge down payment? How about top quality homes like these? Or you're wondering, what kind of home can we afford on our income? Say $35,000 or $40,000 a year. What if you can have one like these? And if your credit isn't absolutely perfect, you might worry, what kind of home can we get if our bank turns us down? What if you could have one of these? Or what kind of home can we get when we can't afford mortgage payments higher than our present rent? For many people, it's been homes like these. Now you probably want to know, how can I make this happen for me? Word to George Home Alliance. When others say you can't afford a home, we'll show you how you can. Call this toll-free number for more information, and let's do it.
Hello, I'm Johnny Paycheck, here to tell you about a special tribute album, These Colors Won't Run, with 14 original songs written in recognition and honor of the American veteran. Featuring artists like Charlie Pride singing Beyond the Wall.
Beyond the wall,
Mo Bandy.
that's been almost 30 years.
These Colors Won't Run is a timeless collection, embracing those who fought for the pride and integrity of our great nation. When you're a prisoner, when you're a prisoner of war. Singing the title track, B.J. Thomas.
These colors won't run.
To order now, call toll-free, 1-888-OUR-VETS. That's 1-888-687-8387. $1 from each unit sold is donated to various veterans associations. These Colors Won't Run is endorsed by the Military Order of the Purple Heart.
It kind of reminds me, I don't know if a lot of you fans remember, but a Tommy Rich, a very young Tommy Rich, won the world title at a very young age and shocked the world when that happened. And something very similar could happen here tonight as Severn slapping the Red Dog, going for the choke. The Red Dog could shock the world right here out of Northeast Fort Worth, North Richland Hills, the name of the town, and win the world title. I know a lot of the locals here are pulling for the Red Dog. They come down to the arena every week, they see the Red Dog. The only thing they don't like, I was talking to a few of our regular fans, with the Red Dog, if he runs out of here with the NWA gold, we're probably not going to see him back here too often, but my gosh, that's not much of a sacrifice to make. I mean, to have the world champion come out of NWA Southwest and a single leg crab by Dan Severn, trying to get the Red Dog to submit as Severn just reefs on that leg. If you're wondering where Dan gets his Beast moniker from, at an Ultimate Fighting Championship, Dan just was tore into a few competitors. Backstage, the other competitors were saying what a beast Dan Severn had been. And, you know, much like bubble gum on your shoe, the name stuck. Hence, Dan Severn became known as Dan the Beast Severn. Now, I'll tell you something about the Red Dog here. Rodney has proven himself as a huge force in the rankings. He is always in the NWA Southwest top 10 and also lately in the world top 10. He has a vast array of high impact moves. He's definitely one of the strongest men in NWA Southwest, one of the strongest men in the entire NWA. In fact, I would go so far as to say that the Red Dog can bench press more than I can. Well, Rick Manning can probably bench press more than I can. Shit, what am I talking about? These little kids in front of me can bench press more than I can. But anyways, Rick Manning makes the count. Keep in mind, a 20 count outside of the ring instead of a 10 count. Red Dog has a 20 count outside of the ring. Another little variation of the rules here in NWA Southwest is that if a man has another man in an illegal maneuver, like Dan Severn, in the no-holds-barred mixed martial arts type of fighting that he does often, and has actually the best record as far as verifiable. There's many claiming different records here and there. As far as a verifiable record goes in no-holds-barred fighting, mixed martial arts fighting, if you're Jeff Blatnick and want to call it that, Dan Severn has the best record with only 3 losses. And in that style of fighting, Dan Severn with a big chop to the Red Dog. Excuse me for a moment. 10 minutes expired on this bout. 50 minutes remain in the tournament. And the Red Dog turns it around with chops of his own. Severn, so adept at those chokehold submissions. Those holds are not legal. Oh, and the whipping of the rope and the clothesline by the Red Dog. Chokehold submissions not legal in professional wrestling, but Severn in the NWA has a 5 count to break a chokehold. So really, he can hold it for 4 and severely weaken an opponent with the chokehold before having to let it go. A key point of this bout. Big power bomb by the Red Dog. And a 2 count only. I don't know that you're going to pin Dan Severn without hooking the arm, the shoulder, and the leg. That time he had him down by the leg, but he needs to get that shoulder kind of pinned down with his arm. He needs to kind of grab the leg. Red Dog going for another power bomb. Severn tosses him over. Whip into the ropes by Severn. Severn trying to hammer the Red Dog. Early on, we saw Severn with all the submission type maneuvers on the Red Dog, trying to weaken him. I think what happened, oh, big power slam by the Beast. Leg on the rope by the Red Dog. Leg on the rope by the Red Dog. 2 count only. And now the Red Dog, the Beast, Dan Severn, the world champion, is trying to pin the Red Dog. I think what he saw is the Red Dog was showing a lot of resilience to those submission maneuvers in the early going, and the Beast thought the better of it, thought maybe I've got a better chance to pin this guy than to get him to submit. Now the Red Dog himself, we've seen the Red Dog with a submission hold of his own. He calls it the choke chain, a kind of sleeper type submission hold that the Red Dog has shown us in recent weeks. Oh, and the Beast, Dan Severn, he's got him in the Dragon Sleeper. He's got him in the Dragon Sleeper. Dan Severn has the Red Dog and the Dragon Sleeper. How long? Oh, the Red Dog gets the ropes. The Red Dog gets the ropes. Oh, but the Beast holds on. The Beast holds on. Rick Manning trying to get Dan Severn off. He has a 5 count to break. That Dragon Sleeper, oh so dangerous. We've seen Dan Severn use that Dragon Sleeper so many times in the past to put opponents out. A credit to the Red Dog for ring awareness, knowing where he's at and grabbing those ropes. Many a man would forget where he's at and not necessarily try for the ropes. Red Dog got out of the hold as quickly as he could. And the Red Dog with a good takedown on the world champion, Dan Severn. 15 minutes expired in this bout. 45 minutes remaining. We have 15 minutes into this bout. As we pass the 15-minute mark of this bout, it's a 60-minute time limit for all world title matches. Russian leg sweep by the Red Dog. Whoa, and the Red Dog signaling. What is the Red Dog going for? Is he going for his own submission hold, the choke chain? The Red Dog, I think he's going to try and cinch it in. The The choke chain, the choke chain. The Red Dog has the world champion in the choke chain. We could see the world title change hands right here in North Richland Hills. Dan the Beast Severn gets to the ropes, and a photographer at ringside gets in a little bit too close to the Red Dog. Look out. Dan Severn got out of the choke chain. They're fighting out right in front of us. Dan Severn, the champion out of Coldwater, Michigan. The industrial technology major when he was at Arizona State University. So he's no dummy. And Dan Severn's going for a chair. He certainly didn't learn this at Arizona State University, nor did the Red Dog learn this at Tennessee State. Look out, ladies and gentlemen, we have dueling chairs at ringside. The Red Dog, but Severn gets him in the stomach, and Severn over the back. The action is spilled outside the ring. Oh! Dan Severn posts the Red Dog. He posts the Red Dog. Severn taking a chair into the ring. The Red Dog outside the ring. Dan Severn continuing. Oh, and he smartly throws the chair away from the grasp of the Red Dog, and he clubbers him in the head. He clubbers him in the head straight on with that chair. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is no Steve Regal, Dan Severn, NWA 50th anniversary match with a bunch of submission holds, putting the crowd to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, at NWA Southwest, oh my God, you see action like this every week. The world title is on the line. The world title is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dan the Beast Severn in the black tights, along with the Red Dog, the challenger, the Red Dog in the red and white tights. I am your announcer, Johnny T, with NWA Southwest. We're out of North Richland Hills, ladies and gentlemen. This world title match right out of your own backyard. The world champion brought...
Introducing Play from Columbia House, the cool new music club where you get 12 CDs free when you buy one now for just $9.95. Shipping and handling is additional. Play's got what you want. Tons of music, but no cards to return and no automatic shipments. And members can order by toll-free phone or online. So get 12 CDs free when you buy one now for just $9.95. Grab your credit card and call now to get this special limited-time TV offer. 12 CDs free when you buy one now for just $9.95 with no cards to return and no automatic shipments, ever. All you get is all the music you want. So join now and get 12 CDs free when you buy one for just $9.95. Grab your credit card and call now. 1-800-673-3388. That's 1-800-673-3388.
TV 55 has the shows you know.
At 7, head for sunny Southern California with Simon & Simon, a small private detective agency in San Diego run by Rick and H.A. Simon, two brothers that couldn't have less in common. Simon & Simon, an hour of lighthearted mystery and adventure weeknights at 7 on KLDT TV 55.
TV 55 has the shows you know.
Sally wants to be a surgeon when she grows up. Maybe someday she'll operate on you. Now, would you like this free booklet of simple ways you can help improve her education? Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
You're watching the shows you know on KLDT TV 55, Lake Dallas, Fort Worth.
hammers the Red Dog. If I may use a wrestling cliche, it is a Pier 6 brawl going on at ringside. The Red Dog hammering the Beast. Whoa, it's a... Rick Manning calls for the bell. Rick Manning calls for the bell. Have both men forgot what was going on and been counted out? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a double count out action like this at the end of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure who the winner is. I'm gonna go to ringside, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Severn, the world champion, and the Red Dog fighting on ringside. We'll find out shortly what went on. Dude, guys, let me out over here. Is broken down here at ringside. It's Dan the Beast Severn being held back by El Destructo, him and the Red Dog. Ladies and gentlemen, is broken down. Many wrestlers on the ring. We still don't have a decision from referee Rick Manning, the world champion or possibly former world champion. I don't know what's happened in this bout. And the Red Dog. We have action at ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try and get a decision here.
Double count out, double disqualification. There is no winner. Still, NWA Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been ruled a double count out, double disqualification. Therefore, your winner and still NWA World Champion, Dan the Beast.
It's NWA Southwest at the Texas Indoor Speedway Arena, 7601 Grapevine Highway at Loop 820 West, Fort Worth, Texas. Friday night, February 19th, a big double main event. In your first main event, it's a Texas Ranch Wars, a 12-man rumble. A wrestler hits the ring every 60 seconds, $1,000 to the top hand. In your second main event, it's a Texas heavyweight title match. Champion Cutthroat Chris Germany versus Jammin' Jimmy James. In your semi-main, it's a mixed tag team event, the first ever in NWA Southwest history. Cedric of Hollywood and Diane versus Canyon and Kelly. Kit Carson versus Jared Steele. Bruiser Bull Schmidt versus Cody Lobo. Tejas versus newcomer Cowboy Deacon Drake. That's Friday night, February 19th at the Texas Indoor Speedway Arena, 7601 Grapevine Highway at Loop 820 West, Fort Worth, Texas. Don't you miss it, NWA Southwest.
Oh no, we better be hauling. No, we need to be hauling glass. They're friends of mine. They'll be here fast at 228-5942.
They better be. Dad's home in an hour.
See, I told you they were fast. We still got 15 minutes. Go long. You know, if your brakes won't stop you, or if your muffler's too loud, or if you just need something checked out, you need to go see my buddies down at Mufflers, Brakes, and More, 1400 Dickerson Road, 226-3930. Ask for my buddy Robert. No muffler too tough. Quality work done right the first time.
And our Craftmatic Model 2 adjustable bed is so relaxing.
It may even temporarily provide relief from my low back pain, Harry. Yet it costs up to 56% less than a quality flatbed.
I adjust my head and feet and fall right to sleep.
Call toll-free to get free information by mail about the Craftmatic Model 2 adjustable bed. This wonderful bed adjusts to hundreds of relaxing positions, offers optional warm, soothing heat, and relaxing built-in massage, yet costs up to 56% less than these quality flatbeds. Up to 56% less. Don't pay more to remain flat. Call toll-free and get complete free facts by mail about the adjustable bed that costs up to 56% less.
Call to get Craftmatic's free catalog right away. There's absolutely no obligation.
Call toll-free 1-800-544-1155. That's 1-800-544-1155 toll-free. 1-800-544-1155.
Time, wrestling fans, to the Battle Royal to determine the #1 contender for our Colorado Kids North American title. Yeah, you see that it's already gotten out of hand. Ashley Hudson has interfered, and he's got Stephen Dunn on the floor in this match. Farron Fox, you are in the match. Check it out. What are you doing there?
It was, and I got my purse, and I'm winding up, and I'm just to knock somebody out with it. But I'm telling you what, this was a great battle royal, a bunkhouse battle royal. Anything goes. People were bringing chairs, sticks, brooms, everything was entering that ring, and they were really using it to their advantage.
And don't forget that tonight they're going to get to do the same thing. You see the Volz chasing Ashley Hudson back to the dressing room. Tonight, the fans can bring weapons, and they'll use it then. The Aussies against the Volz, fans weapon match, anything goes. Don't forget it's going to happen again tonight.
And this match right here, the Bunkhouse Battle Royal, is what determined, Don, what determined the main event tonight. You know.
Yes, I do know. The #1 contender against the Colorado Kid for the North American title tonight. And also, don't forget that the tag team titles are being held up tonight, so that match will be determined. The champions will be determined between the Aussies and the Vols. And at this point, the Battle Royal has gotten down to the last few participants. It looks like we've got...
Oh, did you see that? I just knocked his block off with that chair. I just put Prodigy out.
There he goes out now. You remember that you did that. That was impressive, Farron Fox. Look out for the chair. Oh, got you good.
I'm telling you what, that Barnyard Briggs, he can swing a chair, but not many of them can swing like me. And then Chris Michaels is giving to him in the gut right there. You know, this determined the #1 contender for tonight's match. The Colorado Kid did beat Jerry the King Lawler last night and at the February reunion show. So tonight, the Colorado Kid will defend his title against the winner of this Bunkhouse Battle Royal.
That is absolutely correct, Farron Fox, and it's not Barnyard Briggs. We know that. Chris Michaels just threw him out of the ring. And it looks like Shane Eaton's got a hold of you. One of these three men became the winner for tonight's match. Was it you? Was it Shane Eaton or Chris Michaels? Well, we know the answer, but if you weren't there, you're going to have to watch the end of this match to see.
And me and Chris Michaels, we're really working over Shane Eaton right now. We were the last three contenders left in the match, and I was hoping now, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got a chance to be the #1 contender for the title, and I was really excited right here. And we're gonna watch this. We're gonna sail him off with this double backdrop, but no.
Yeah, Shane Eaton caught you on that one. He's got, what is he doing to you, Farron? Oh, pushing you over the top. Out you go. And the #1 contender, and he will face the Colorado Kid tonight, is Chris Michaels. He doesn't have to worry about collecting the bounty for the belt. He's going to go after it himself.
Colorado Kid, last night you just went through the most grueling match of your life with the King. And now, 24 hours later, Colorado, you got to step in the ring with the greatest showman in the NWA, Chris Michaels. And let me tell you something, getting through the match with me is going to be a miracle you will never pull off. So, Colorado Kid, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm going to prove to you, and I'm going to prove to the whole world that Chris Michaels is the new North American heavyweight champion, whether you or anybody else likes it. So I'll see you tonight, you punk.
Well, Chris Michaels, I hear you out there laughing. Well, let me tell you something. I just crawled out of the ring with Jerry the King Lawler, 45 minutes with him, and I defended my belt against him. If I've got to take on 6 matches between now and you, I'll still beat you. Tomorrow morning, just like every other morning, I get up, run 2 miles, I go work out, then I come down here, and I kick in your teeth.
It's NWA Southwest at the Texas Indoor Speedway Arena, 7601 Grapevine Highway at Loop 820 West, Fort Worth, Texas. Friday night, February 19th, a big double main event. In your first main event, it's a Texas Ranch Wars, a 12-man rumble. A wrestler hits the ring every 60 seconds, $1,000 to the top hand. In your second main event, it's a Texas heavyweight title match, champion Cutthroat Chris Germany versus Jammin' Jimmy James. In your semi-main, it's a mixed tag team event, the first ever in NWA Southwest history. Cedric of Hollywood and Diane versus Canyon and Kelly. Kit Carson versus Jared Steele. Bruiser Bull Schmidt versus Cody Lobo. Tejas versus newcomer Cowboy Deacon Drake. That's Friday night, February 19th at the Texas Indoor Speedway Arena, 7601 Grapevine Highway at Loop 820 West, Fort Worth, Texas. Don't you miss it, NWA Southwest.
We've stripped the #1 hits off the charts and put them on one unstoppable album. From the decade's biggest dance collection series comes the most explosive one yet. Arist's Ultimate Dance Party 1999.
And it goes a little something like this.
We've pumped more smashes into this album than ever before. 17 blazing hits, each one hotter than the next. These are the non-stop hits you gotta have.
Check it out.
Order Ultimate Dance Party 1999 now through this Ultimate TV offer. Cassette $12.98, CD $17.98. Ultimate Dance Party is the #1 name in hit collections, and it's all in the music. Order Ultimate Dance Party 1999 now and be prepared to party all year long.
Might as well be walking on the sun.
Have you ever lost weight on a low-fat diet and gained it back?
I remember once losing 50 pounds and gaining it all back and more.
I had been on a low-fat eating diet for 3 years and gained 30 pounds.
If low-fat, high-carbohydrate diets haven't worked for you, call now and try the new Protein Power Plan.
I've lost 68 pounds, 8% body fat, and I feel better than I've ever felt before.
The weight was gone in a couple of months.
Drop 2 pant sizes in 30 days or less while eating the foods you love.
It was very motivating as I was losing weight, going from one pair of jeans, one size down to the next size.
I couldn't believe that I could lose weight eating steaks and Caesar salads and brie cheese.
They're going to see dress sizes go down rapidly. They're going to see belt sizes and shirt sizes and pant sizes come down quickly.
Call the number on your screen and order the new Protein Power Plan. Drop 2 pant sizes in 30 days or less or your money back. Call now. You want to get it?
Tomorrow night, I'm telling you something, Colorado kid. Be careful. Be watching over your shoulder every second that you're in this ring. Nobody, but nobody, puts their hands on Stacy and gets away with it.
Those comments from the King Jerry Lawler towards the Colorado kid, possibly threats about what's going to happen to him tonight. We are now joining this match already in progress. This was last night's Manure match between Barnyard Briggs and Bart Sawyer. And if you wonder what Bart Sawyer's looking at, there's the trough of manure right there in front of the ring. The winner is the one who throws the other person into it.
Gross, 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 gross. And I seen Bart Sawyer over there looking at that big old line of manure. I can't believe they would sign a match where the loser is the one that gets pushed into the manure. And right there shows the wrestling capability of Bart Sawyer. That was the classic arm drag delivered on Barnyard Briggs.
Well, we know Bart Sawyer well enough to know, yes, he is a fine wrestler, but, you know, it's Barnyard Briggs. He isn't fazed by the manure being there. He's used to being around it. But, see, neither man left this match happy, and that's why tonight they're going to have a rematch, and there's a lot of bad blood there. It could spill out. It could get crazy. A lot of revenge will be taken tonight.
Well, they had manure last night. Ain't no telling what they're going to have tonight. You can never tell with these two individuals because both of them are very unorthodox.
Yeah, and speaking of, you never can tell what's going to happen tonight or what they're going to have tonight. How about the match between the Volz and the Aussies tonight? You sure can't tell what they're going to have in their match because the fans can bring anything to the arena for them to use as weapons on each other.
Exactly, anything they want to bring. And right there, I'm telling you what, he scooted out, but he's seen that manure, and he wasn't about to go because he followed up with a nice combination by Barnyard Briggs with 2 hip tosses and I think it was a body slam, and right there, a big clothesline. This Barnyard Briggs is making his own in the wrestling business, but tonight, you're opening up with a fantastic match. You've got TJ Gray, the prodigy, against a veteran in the wrestling business, Skinny Kenny, and then you've got the return. We seen them last night. You've seen them earlier in the show. The Bad Street Boys. These guys are something to be reckoned with. And, I was in that match with them last night. And, yes, they got the upper hand. But Chad Hawk will be my partner tonight. And let me tell you something. The redheaded stepchild, Chad Hawk, is one tough athlete. And we had a conference after that match last night. And we got our strategies together. And tonight is going to be a totally different story when we take on 2 of the Bad Street Boys, but we don't know which 2. It's like they get to the ring and they make the decision about who's going into the ring.
Well, I'd say that puts you guys at a disadvantage because they know which 2 of you they're facing, and you're saying you have a strategy. Well, how can you have too much of a strategy when you don't even know which 2 you're going to be facing?
But we got to look at all 4 of them last night. So we're going to just base our strategy on their general wrestling style. Like I talked to Chad Hawk, in fact, we reviewed the tape earlier last night. After the match, we review the tape and we know what we're going to go after and we know the weaknesses and we're going to go right after them. And then you got Barnyard Briggs and Bart Sawyer tonight. You're going to see at the end of this match what happened, what transpired to bring this big grudge match on tonight. These 2 guys really do not generally like each other.
Well, absolutely. You're right there, Farron. We've talked about that some, but I want to talk about, the matches going on here. Why don't you talk about some of the other action tonight that we haven't mentioned, such as how about Colorado Kid and Chris Michaels? Now, we mentioned at the beginning that Jerry Lawler had made threats, possibly insinuating that he may make a surprise appearance tonight to get back at Colorado Kid. But the big story is Chris Michaels is a #1 contender. He won the Battle Royal. He has been angry at the Colorado Kid. He's had a bounty on the belt, and he is one of only 3 men to have beaten the Colorado Kid before for the North American title. And if anyone can get it back tonight, he can, and he's going to pull out every trick in the book. He's mad. Colorado Kid may not leave with the belt, and he may not leave with his wrestling career even.
Well, Don, unlike you, I am a true journalist, okay? And I went and researched this, and I interviewed these people. Now, I didn't talk to the Colorado Kid because you got to get past Burt Prentice, and that's almost impossible. But, it is almost impossible to get past Burt Prentice. But, you got Chris Michaels, and I talked to Chris Michaels. He said he is sick and tired of sending other people to do what he needs to do himself, because he told me, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, and he's putting that $5,000 back in his child's college fund where it belongs. He wants his kids to go to Harvard, so he's putting that money back in his child's college fund. And tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, tonight,
only
Chris Michaels, well, I just upped the ante a little bit. Chris Michaels is going to take, I guarantee you almost, I'm putting my money on Chris Michaels that tonight he will beat the Colorado Kid for the North American title.
And we all know how much good a Farron Fox guarantee is. But fans, I want to see you all bring your weapons out tonight. I want you to bring baseball bats. I want you to bring meat trays. I want you to bring old VCRs that don't work or anything that you're trying to get rid of, any junk around the house, because the Vols would like to take those things and break them over the heads of the Aussies, Ashley Hudson and Bill Dundee, for what they did last night.
So all you rednecks, get your old turntables and your 8-track players out there, bring them on ringside and play it so one of these guys can play a tune on somebody's head tonight.
And Farron, I noticed you were talking about the match between Prodigy, one of the up-and-coming superstars, and the veteran Skinny Kenny. Skinny Kenny wears that shirt. He says, "I hate fat people." Where does that put you in there, in his opinion?
Well, as Skinny Kenny well knows that I have been on his weight loss program for a long time. Skinny Kenny has one of the best weight loss programs right out there, and I think the number is I haven't got that right now, but I'm going to find out the number so I can tell everybody next week, all you fat, out-of-shape rednecks, I'm talking to you, Bonnie, all you fat, out-of-shape rednecks, you need to get on this new program, Skinny Kenny's Get Skinny with Kenny. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. And you know what? I'm glad they're going to get this manure cleaned up at the Nashville Fairgrounds before tomorrow night, because they got to get that back, in Betty Green's backyard, where she's, getting all that grass all sown for the spring season. But I'm telling you what, look at Barnyard Briggs is choking. He's choking right there. He's choking on Bart Sawyer. It's ridiculous. He's not even having any rules in this match.
Well, they're fighting hard. I mean, Bart Sawyer does not want to go into that manure. Barnyard Briggs doesn't want to go into the manure. I mean, they're fighting this hard. Neither of them wants to. And, you know, I don't think the fans got a good enough look at the Bad Street Boys last night. The women were going crazy. They couldn't take their eyes off them. And, Farron, I don't think you could take your eyes off a couple of them either.
Well, I will say that they're quite attractive, and they seem to be great athletes. But I can't believe you said that Barnyard Briggs doesn't want to go in the manure. Have you ever smelt Barnyard Briggs? It's like he lives in manure. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't make it a point to go around sniffing other wrestlers when they're in the dressing rooms. But anyway, as far as I can tell, Barnyard Briggs, even though he has been on the farm, he's no stranger to manure. I don't think he exactly likes to roll around in it.
Oh my gosh!
Well, Bart Sawyer just fell and hurt himself in the unmentionable jewels.
We're talking like Mighty Mouse right here.
Oh, into the manure with Bart Sawyer. There's your winner of the match, Barnyard Briggs. Look at Bart Sawyer. He is furious. Oh, man. So Bart Sawyer doesn't leave this match happy, but believe me, Barnyard Briggs didn't either.
Well, I'll tell you what. Man, these things suck. Here, hold this. I'll tell you what. I think I'm going to start calling him Bart Sawyer.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Bart. Beat him up with that can. Knock that redneck out. I swear, Don, this is the kind of stuff I like to see. I like to see Bart Sawyer whip him up real good.
All right, stop it, Farron. Just cut it out. That's not what we're here for. We're here to be journalists and to give commentary on the match, not to take sides.
I'm sorry, I'm being totally non-biased.
Oh, this is terrible. This is awful. I said Bart Sawyer didn't leave the match happy because he went into manure. And like I said earlier, Barnyard Briggs didn't leave the match happy.
He's got some knots on his head.
Yeah, he's getting that frying pan taken to him. And that's just one of many things you may see the Volz use against the Aussies tonight when those fans bring everything imaginable to the building for their match.
He's got the same milk bucket that Barnyard used on his cows. Or, I'm sorry, his father. I mean, that morning.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if tonight Barnyard Briggs gets hold of one of those weapons meant for the Volz and the Aussies and takes it out on Bart Sawyer and gets a little revenge for this thing.
He is taking that boy.
Oh,
you know what?
God.
He's giving him the woodshed whipping his daddy should have gave him a long time ago.
Man, Barnyard Briggs looks like he is done for business. Man, I can't wait to see tonight what he does.
It's NWA Southwest at the Texas Indoor Speedway Arena, 7601 Grapevine Highway at Loop 820 West, Fort Worth, Texas. Friday night, February 19th, a big double main event. In your first main event, it's a Texas Ranch Wars, a 12-man rumble. A wrestler hits the ring every 60 seconds, $1,000 to the top hand. In your second main event, it's a Texas heavyweight title match, champion Cutthroat Chris Germany versus Jammin' Jimmy James. In your semi-main, it's a mixed tag team event, the first ever in NWA Southwest history. Cedric of Hollywood and Diane versus Canyon and Kelly. Kit Carson versus Jared Steele. Bruiser Bull Schmidt versus Cody Lobo. Tejas versus newcomer Cowboy Deacon Drake. That's Friday night, February 19th at the Texas Indoor Speedway Arena, 7601 Grapevine Highway at Loop 820 West, Fort Worth, Texas. Don't you miss it, NWA Southwest.
Oh, no. We better be hauling. No, we need to be calling. Hauling Glass. They're friends of mine. They'll be here fast at 228-5942.
They'd better be. Dad's home in an hour.
See, I told you they were fast. We still got 15 minutes. Go long. You know, if your brakes won't stop you, or if your muffler's too loud, or if you just need something checked out, you need to go see my buddies down at Mufflers, Brakes, and More, 1400 Dickerson Road, 226-3930. Ask for my buddy Robert. No muffler too tough. Quality work done right the first time.
You want to get ahead out of that low-paying, dead-end job. You want to build a career. Make a phone call that will change your life and start you on your way to an exciting, challenging career that could put you on the leading edge of technology. All you need is motivation and a first-class training program. You need the Cleveland Institute of Electronics. For over 60 years, CIE has been training men and women like you to meet challenges with confidence and skill.
The knowledge I've gained from CIE has helped us convert from pneumatic to electronic controls.
When you train with CIE, you train at home, on your own time, at your own pace. You don't have to give up your job until you're ready to move on and up. Around the U.S. and in 70 nations, more than 150,000 CIE graduates earn top dollar in careers that started with a single phone call.
The technical skills I acquired at the Cleveland Institute of Electronics gave me the confidence I needed to write the Television Operator Certification Handbook.
Call CIE at this toll-free number to receive your free catalog. Sign up within the next 30 days and get this T-shirt free. CIE. Call now.
Try to break your arm, we're gonna break your neck, and Flash Flanagan, you are gonna be the sorriest SOB that ever walked the earth when you stuck your nose in a Tennessee ball game. And that's a... You don't know what it's like.
Country Music on Broadway is coming your way on home video. Over 96 minutes of the best in country music. Here's some of the stars you'll see. Ralph Emery.
Big welcome for Big Bill Anderson.
My heart still
Porter Wagoner.
satisfied mine.
George Jones.
Inside
Berlin Husky. The Wilburn Brothers. Buck Owens.
naturally.
Hank Snow. Hank Williams Sr. Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. Skeeter Davis. Stonewall Jackson. Wilma Lee and Stoney Cooper. The Duke of Paducah. Hank Williams Jr. Audrey Williams. Over 30 great songs.
Over an hour and a half of great country music. Call toll-free 1-800-380-3023 or send check or money order to Country Music on Broadway, Post Office Box 60433, Nashville, Tennessee 37206.